In today's video, we are going to talk about how you can maintain the quality of your relationship while you are in a long distance relationship.
And this is becoming more and more common in the world.
Hmm.
We have access to technology where we can communicate easier and you can meet people from different locations in
Yeah,
the world.
like we did find each other
hmm
first time, like our relationship started online.
So we started from a distance
Yeah,
and
quite a distance,
quite a distance, yes,
7,000 miles,
more than that.
more than that, over 7,000 miles.
And now we're here together
Yeah, it's been
and
a few
it's
years.
awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, long distance it's not easy, and of course that's not the purpose you start a relationship to stay in the distance. But it can happen, like we talked about in today's technology, you can find people all around the world, and so you might start a long distance, which can become in person, like us. And most people they start in person, and then sometime they go long distance. Life
There might
happens.
be some
Yeah,
circumstances that separates people for a period of time.
right. So we are just gonna share few tips. So you wanna go first?
Sure. I mean, I think one of the main things is to make sure you and who you are in a relationship with, you have the same end goal.
Hmm.
This might seem like common sense, but I've seen a lot of couples get into relationships purely because there is an emotional
Hmm.
attachment and they didn't really think at all about the future. They're just happy right here, right now, but if you can discuss with your partner who you're in a relationship with what you want, what you're looking for, how you
Right.
want your life to be, it's important to have similar alignment
Hmm.
of your desires and goals for the future.
Yeah, I mean, like you have fun conversation being on long distance, and it's also important to talk on some practical steps
Mm-hmm.
that will bring you both together, and which is the goal of the relationship, right? To live together and support each other.
Yeah, if you discuss these steps early on, maybe it doesn't seem like much fun, but it allows you to have much more time to have fun than after that, rather than getting caught in drama or
Mm.
entanglement, or both you ending up being in a relationship that is more draining rather than beneficial and uplifting for you both.
Yes. Another thing is, I feel communication. When you are in long distance, you might be in different time zones,
Mm-hmm.
your routines might be very different, but having active communication on regular basis is very important, because since you are not with the person, so you need that extra active communication with each other to compensate in a way your distance, making sure other person is doing well.
You want to feel
Hmm.
involved in each other's lives, even though
Yeah.
you might not be physically together.
Exactly, exactly. Like you really like sharing your day, what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to just talk about your day every day if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And yes, texting or sending messages can be convenient, but if there is a serious topic to
hmm.
discuss, I don't recommend doing that over text.
Right.
It
I
would be
agree.
much better to have a phone call or
Hmm.
even a video call, because there's a lot that can get lost in translation in
Yeah.
words in a text message. Even a voice message would be better.
Yeah.
But ideally, if you can have a video call, see each other to communicate the more serious or maybe difficult things.
Video call. I think that should be also, you try your best to do more regular basis, because
Mm-hmm.
regardless how busy you are, you can always have time for the person that you claim to love most.
Yes, we would schedule video calls, have pretty regular video
Yeah.
calls after we got together. And we had quite a bit of a time difference.
Time to, yeah.
And so sometimes we would be speaking when it was really late night for
Hmm.
you and morning or afternoon for me, and vice versa. So just figuring out what works for both of your schedules, get
Yeah.
creative, have fun.
Yeah, and really you can see at least on the video what's going on. It's the person is really there.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said,
In the world of catfishing,
exactly, like a
unfortunately.
lot can miss out if you're just
Yes.
texting, and energetically also you can have a great sense what's going on in person's
Hmm.
life, at least if you see on the video.
Another tip I would recommend is finding some mutual activity that you
Mm,
can share together, which, this might not be as easy, but once again, be creative. We both read a book
yes.
together. So we would each individually read a chapter or two,
Hmm.
and then we would come together and discuss it. And
Yeah,
that was really
that
special.
was very beautiful, I would say. You kind of feel like you're doing, like you said, same thing, and you are discussing, and you really feel like you're together,
Hmm.
although you have quite a bit distance. So great tip, I would say. Definitely, if you love reading, maybe read the same book at the same time.
If you don't like reading, there are audiobooks.
Right.
Watch movies
Yeah, watch movie.
together.
Hmm.
You can do that at the same time. Listen to music
Hmm.
together. Maybe go on talks when one of you is on a walk in nature.
Yeah.
There are many different things you can do.
Yeah, the bottom line is have very open and honest communication and active communication, since long distance, like you cannot see physically each other all the time.
Hmm. And be understanding if one person has a busier schedule for a
Hmm.
period of time, and do your best to compromise.
Right. So that's why having open and honest communication can help to bridge that gap.
And yeah, be honest with your partner about how you're spending your time, what activities you're
Hmm.
doing, who you're spending time with.
Yeah,
You might think,
that's important. Who you are spending time with, like loyalty is very important in a relationship.
mhm,
Be honest and share what's going on in your life and who you are meeting.
because the truth comes out eventually,
Right.
and oftentimes in ways we could not even expect.
There is a perception that people in long distance usually they are not loyal and they just play around, they waste time, which might be the
Which
case,
does
which would
happen
be
quite a
the
bit.
case. And naturally, since there is a strong perception, so you might go through these kind of thoughts. So the
Hmm.
best approach is to tackle these thoughts, to tackle this perception. You really communicate honestly and be on the same page and share your activities, share your day, what's going on, and that can help.
And for those that understand, there are more ways to see
Hmm.
what's going on than just these two physical eyes we have.
Yes.
Last tip would be to have a solid date
Right.
when the two of you will either be together or will next physically
Hmm.
see each other in person. And that gives you something for you to both look
Yeah.
forward to,
Yeah.
and to give you kind of peace knowing that you will be with your partner in the physical at that time.
Believe, if you really believe in each other, if you really think you are made for each other,
Mm-hmm.
then it's just a matter of time. You just work together, support each other, and really work on those practical steps to be together. And one day you will be together and have a beautiful life like we are together.
Yes, if it's the right person,
Hmm.
it's definitely worth it.
If you want to share any tip, go ahead. Please write in the comment.